Welcome back. Welcome back. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is a Let's Chat session. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. As you see, I got one of my little buddies here. I don't want to block the other ones. But welcome, everybody. Hope you're doing great. Um, yeah, we're going to talk about what's new with you, what's bothering you. All right, this is a safe space to vent or whatever you got going on. We're not doing any tarot right now. This is just a little let's chat, let's catch up, let's see what's up. Okay. Even without the cards, y'all, I'm still highly intuitive. So if I feel led to give you some guidance on something, hey, take that as a freebie. So if you have anything that could be on your mind or bothering you, now is the time to talk about it. Let me light this sage candle here so we can go ahead and get started. Make sure you like the video and please subscribe if you're new. Welcome. Great to have all of you. All right, y'all. So what's up? Hey Kay, hey Wawa, hey Miss Johnson, hey Donovan. Awesome, Kay. Thank you so much. Hey Miss J, I just caught my guy cheating with his ex yesterday on his birthday. Shaking my head. Ooh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Did you feel did you feel something was going on before you actually caught the situation, or was this really just a surprise for you? I'm sorry that that happened. Nisi. That's tough. Anybody that's ever been cheated on or caught, however it happened, if you ever been cheated on, caught somebody, whatever, is very painful. Very painful. Hey, Teresa. Hey, everybody. I got the sage candle going, y'all. So we just hopefully help us to purify our minds and purify our energy tonight. But yeah, if there's when I say anything, y'all, anything that's bothering y'all, um, anything that's new that you got going on, this is your time. This is your time. Hey, Brightony. Miss J sure did. I called it out, of course, and he tried to make me think I was tripping. Wow. So, what are your next steps? Hey, Alex. Kay, your afternoon reading was exactly about my non existent relationship with my narcissistic father. Interesting. Interesting, Kay. Yeah, the parental vibes were really coming out in that reading earlier. Yeah. Miss J, I'm sorry to hear that. It is so it's so painful when people do stuff like that. My thing is, either way, I'm gonna give two scenarios. If a person tell you that they don't want to be with you anymore, that's painful. And if you catch them doing something and you got to end it, that's painful too. But I feel like we have more respect for people if they just tell us. Let me deal with the hurt, let me deal with the pain, but just tell me. Don't go cheat on me. Tell me so I can go ahead and let it go. And then I will just deal with it. Deal with what's going on. Okay? Brightony, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's a good thing I got the sage candle on. Hey, Kay, I moved away over 20 years ago when he saw me last year when my mom was dying. I'm sorry about that. He was shocked how I was doing. Interesting. Well, well, well. Miss K, how did that make you feel? Hey, Donovan, Empress, yes, would be the respectable way, but a lot of people are not respectable. That's true, Donovan. We got a lot of people that is on some snake mess. They on some nasty energy. They don't care. They want you to have respect for them, but they don't have respect for you or anybody else. So absolutely. If you have a person in your life or you meet somebody that's real, straight to the point, respect that person. Like not too long ago, I was talking to a guy and we were talking for a good, 2 months. And I was just peeping his vibe. I was just looking at his actions. You know what I mean? And so I knew something was off with him, even though he was telling me, "Oh, I want somebody I can do forever with, yada yada yada," and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But let me just check out these actions. So get this: that when he figured out that I wasn't going to, you know, do to do, y'all know, do to do. Okay, when he figured that out, that I was not going to do that with him, all of a sudden he came out and said, you know what, I'm just gonna let this go. You're too nice of a woman and I don't want to hurt you, and it's not worth it. Now I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like, what are you talking about? And so he came clean and said, I could try to play the game and do all this kind of stuff, but it's not worth it and I don't want to hurt you. And guess what? I was upset a little bit because I'm like, why in the world would you play with anybody's feelings like that? But then again, I respected him. I respected him because he told me, now he thought we were going to keep talking, but after you told me the truth, I'm good. I thank you for telling me the truth. So hey, both sides, it hurts. Bryson, he says, what do you do when you feel stuck, Empress? What do you mean stuck, Bryson? Unfortunately, it seems they are so. Oh man, Teresa. Unfortunately, it seems there are so many who are just angry, defensive, and selfish. That is so true. That is so true. Donovan, my Empress, when you touch me, I'll touch you. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Donovan? What is Donovan talking about? What is he talking about? 7 years. That's a long time. 7 years is a long time, and that's his loss. And trust and believe he gonna feel that. He gonna feel it. He gonna feel it. You can't do wrong, get away with it. I don't even know why people try. I don't even know why people try. You can't do wrong and get away with it. And that's not wishing bad on anybody. It's you reap what you sow. If you sow a bad seed, you're gonna reap a bad seed. I'm just saying. Okay, Brittany, take your time. When you say stuck, do you mean stuck in a relationship, thinking about a relationship, or thinking about somebody that betrayed you? Yep. But anybody, y'all, if you have somebody to do you wrong, and you did your absolute best by that person. Now nobody's a saint, right? We make mistakes, we say things, we do things that we don't mean. All of us are, subject to make a mistake. That's just life. We're human. We're not perfect. No, but there was only one perfect being on earth, and y'all already know. Okay. So I'm talking about when you doing all that you can do and you still got somebody dogging you out. You still got somebody doing stuff, on the creep tip, thinking they getting away with it. Don't ever think they got away with it. Just because you caught them in something or it seemed like they happier and all that, y'all, that is short lived. Most times, whatever they need to see outside of what they done to you happens right when the excitement is over. It starts happening then. It starts tumbling down. Stuck as in I feel like I'm in a transition, but I'm not seeing any movement in the material world. Mm, so you feel like you stuck. Well, you mean like in your hermit mode? Do you feel like you in your hermit mode? I mean, you said transition, but do you feel like you're more in hermit mode? Like, I mean, you work, you do your thing, you hang out, but you're to yourself a lot. You're in your head a lot. You're thinking a lot. You're processing a lot. Is that what you mean, Brittany? Brittany, I don't know. I don't know what he doing. I don't know. I had no idea. But I'm gonna let Donovan be Donovan. That's all I'm gonna do. Hey, I can't do nothing else. 11:11 on the screen. I got three 11s, 11 minutes, 11 people in here, and 11 likes. So 11, 11, 11. I don't know. Oh man. Brighty says getting on my nerves. Yeah, I'm just, you know, it's I don't know. Oh, you cool? So the thing is like any of you, if you share what if you share what Donovan, I mean Donovan gonna be Donovan. I don't know. But if you share what Brightony is talking about, where you feel like you feel kind of stuck, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're definitely going through a transition, right? And you're trying to figure out how to come out of it. Well, the thing is that you got to go through the process. You don't want to rush it. You don't want to not feel whatever it is that you need to feel because it's part of you getting to the other side of whatever it is. You could be still purging. You still could be still grieving something. It's basically think about a snake when it sheds its skin. You know what I mean? Think about that. Think about that process is slow, right? And then one day the snake just slither out of that old skin. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to just wait and be open to what the universe shows us. That's true, Teresa. Yeah. The waiting part is, yep, Bryson, that waiting. Woo. That waiting is something else. It is not for the weak. Being patient. Why is Verizon sending me a message? That's crazy. Why is Verizon texting me? What the world? Um, my God says yes, no, and wait. Yeah. Being patient is not for the weak. You gotta be, if you really want what it is that you want and you don't want to settle, you gotta be patient and you gotta keep working on your craft, work on your goals. Look at that. 13, 13, 13. Wow, 13 minutes, 13 people, 13 likes. You gotta keep working on your craft. You gotta stay focused. Feel the emotions that are coming through. Think about the brighter side. When you feel that emotion of a trauma or anything like that, go ahead and feel it, but also remind yourself of how much better you're doing outside of the trauma. And just one day it just lifts. It just lifts from your spirit. You know what I mean? But don't rush it. I tell people all the time, don't go out here trying to sleep with a bunch of people, trying to, have a lot of people's numbers and all that. Let me tell you what you're doing. You trying to suppress what you need to be trying to go through, and you bringing in all this crazy energy, and these people don't know who they are. So it's just gonna keep you confused. Keep working on self. Not saying not talk to anybody. You can talk to anybody you want to, but don't overgive your energy because you need your energy to do what you need to do in this transformation. And some people come into your life to take. You got more people coming into your life to take from you than to give to you. So you gotta know that you need to give to yourself first and foremost, and then let everything that's for you is gonna show up right on time. You just gonna know. You just gonna know. I can't explain that. That's divine order. You just gonna know intuitively what you need to do. You're gonna know. Some people have like changed careers because something was just on their heart so heavy. You know what I'm saying? Think about the nurses now. You got nurses, RNs that are no longer wanting to be RNs. They going to truck driving school. You know what I'm saying? They want to go all over the world and just do something different. Something totally different out of their specialty. So that's what I'm saying. Whatever is placed on your heart to do or to look into, a lot of times when you're purging, there's something traumatic there's some type of trauma that you still need to work through. And I mean, it doesn't have to be a major thing, but I can't say that because what's major to one person may be minor to another, and what's minor may be major. Get what I'm saying? So whatever it is that still maybe have you hung up, I would say allow yourself to feel the emotions and just, take it one day at a time. And one day it will lift. I promise you that. You won't stay in that place. You won't stay in that place and in that space forever. You won't. But you got to be patient. Gotta be patient. Yep, you gotta be patient. When people, let's just say in the dating world, right? For those of you that try to date, or maybe you take a break from dating or whatever you're doing, but I know when I have dated in the past, right? Especially being on this journey, I had guys to say, "So what kind of man are you looking for?" And I say, "Look, just be yourself. Just be yourself." And they're like, "Huh?" They look at me crazy when I say that. I'm like, "Just be yourself." And I say that because if I tell this man exactly what I'm looking for, he's going to be that person for a few weeks, a few months. And then when I start getting into what I think is and he's really not, all of a sudden within 3 months or 6 months, he going to be who he really is. So I'd rather see who he really is from the jump street than to go on an illusion, and it helps me to weed out what's not good for me quicker. So, yeah. And I had one guy to say that. He's like, "What do you mean just be myself?" I said, "Be yourself. If you good with yourself, just be yourself. That's all you got to do." And he didn't know what to do because, see, I didn't give him a script. I didn't say, "I want somebody that's tall. I want somebody that makes six figures. I want somebody that's going to love me, treat me like a queen, blah, 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 blah." No, no, no. I shouldn't have to tell you to treat me any kind of way. That should be something that you come with. Just give me the time. Look, present yourself and give me the time and the space to decide if letting you claim me is what I want to do. That's how I see it. You know? Exactly, Brittany. Sometimes journaling, like free writing, whatever comes to mind, then after finish and reread, and will tell you what is going on. That's right, Teresa. Journaling is an awesome way to get your thoughts and feelings out. I know I got some stuff I've written down, and I go back months later. I'm like, dang, I was like, I don't know where I was going through, you know? Or you can record, if you don't like to write like that, you can record yourself. Record yourself speaking. You got the audio files. Yep. What's her name? The show called Felicity. Y'all remember the show called Felicity, where she used to send tapes to her friend. I forgot who her friend was, but she would, whatever she was going through, she would record herself on a tape and mail it to her friend to get her thoughts out. She didn't write letters. She just recorded herself speaking. So yeah, that was a form of therapy for her. And that's what helped her. I forgot what her friend's name was. Her name Susie. I can't remember who it was, but yeah. Hey, Bianca. I started doing that, Teresa. Maybe I should record myself too. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Whatever is troubling you, it's just like working through it. Once you work through it properly and you get to the other side of it, you'll be so glad you did, because you are less likely to revisit it. You're less likely to revisit it. Yep. You are less likely to revisit it. Hi, Empress. Hi, folks. Greetings from sunny Aruba. Hey, Anthony. How are you? Yep. Yes, it is a good outlet. Journaling. Yep, yep, yep. Anyone else got anything going on? What's new or what's bothering you? What's new or what's bothering you? That's good, Anthony. I used to do my own art therapy. I would draw the picture in my mind and write words all over it. Yep, that's a good. Hey, you gotta do what works for you. Whatever to get you out of that little funk that we all go through sometimes. You know, just gotta do what is therapeutic for you. That's why I like to do these live chats, because at least gives you an opportunity to kind of talk about some of the things you may be going through. I know that we are all like, we're not, it's everything is online and we don't really know each other like that. But my goal was to just have something where people can come in and say, hey, Empress, I'm struggling with this. And then, like we've been doing, and people just come in and help each other out. It's a beautiful thing. I started to jog 2 miles and meditate. I am so happy. I'm sure soon I will attract my 5 stars. That's awesome, Anthony. I can't stop working out either. Trying to stay out of my head. Woo, brightening. But you're doing something positive. You're doing something positive. why am I hearing why am I hearing shoot? Why am I hearing shoot by Salt and Pepper? When he said he couldn't stop working out, I heard I just heard the song shoot. I don't know why that came on. Bianca, I'll be one to admit I'm a little afraid of change. So I've been writing a lot because I don't share a lot anymore. Yeah, I know what you mean with that, Bianca. I stopped sharing so much about 3 to 4 years ago. I became a person that I tried to work out my issues more within myself. And I do that because when you tell certain people your business, or you tell people in general, nobody knows you like you, right? So I do the praying and meditating, and if you got to sign up for counseling, that's always a good avenue. Life coaching, if you have somebody that you trust with your info like that, like a sounding board, like you just need to get the emotions out. Most times we don't want people to make the decision for us. We just need somebody to listen. So I find that if I write it out, if I record it or something like that, it does help. It just helps you to figure out what to do with the thoughts. So yeah, change is hard, but it always works out for the best. Yes, yes, yeah. It's like with me, y'all, with this whole, especially if you're creature of habit. Yeah, yeah. Mary Anthony's message. And another thing that has brought happiness was watching YouTube channels that show travel content. Oh, and watching them, I feel elated and wanting to travel. So smile and be happy. That's a great idea. Yeah, y'all. He makes an excellent point. Getting your mind off of whatever you're going through, getting your mind off your trigger. If there's anything that you're really interested in, like watching, like he said, travel videos, or just with me, whenever I was really struggling with a breakup or anything like that, I would get on YouTube and I would look at other people that been through the same thing. Man, and I can't tell you how much that helped me. I know I've watched hundreds of videos of people that even down to any type of trauma that you may have had from a family situation, anything like that, listening to somebody else's story, listening to multiple stories does help. It only it only helps you in a way that you're not by yourself. It also brings peace, it brings clarity, and it can also answer a lot of questions too. So that's a great idea. And there are so many channels out here with some of everything on it. Change a thought, move a muscle, like do the dishes, read a book, take a walk. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Pour your energy into other things. Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I promise you, everybody, it will get better. It will get better. It will not stay the same. Low key, I got a coloring book that has complex shapes and designs. Don't tell anyone. Oh, I love adult coloring books. I love adult coloring books. Don't get me started. I got about three or four in there. And color pencils. What? Brightening, you ain't saying nothing but a thing. Nothing wrong with that. They got some nice adult coloring books. People think, oh, you got an adult coloring, they must be psycho. No, no, it's therapy. There are counselors that recommend that. So I think it's a great way to express yourself, and it does take your mind off things. I like to doodle. I like to just draw, doodle. Self help content, get your self confidence back, and makeup tutorials also could brighten up Pisces females. That's true. And male too. Pisces men and women, yeah. Because even though we're different, man versus woman, we're different because of our genders, but we have somewhat the same emotions, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's all our feelings are the same. We just express them differently. That's all. I love to run, dance, and sing, work, play, and listen to my women. you know. Yeah. Hey, Amelia. So we're all one and the same. I always say that. So excellent, excellent information that y'all are providing here. I like crossword puzzles. Yep, crossword puzzles are good too. Um, Absolutely, those are great. They stimulate your brain in so many ways. Hey, Lisa. So yeah, yeah, crossword puzzles are great. Yep, yep. I know, like with me, Bianca spoke about change. There she go. I was coloring the other day, listening to different types of music. Jazz has me in a chokehold right now. Jazz is nice. Jazz, y'all, classical music. Don't sleep on classical music. You gotta find what works. I like Bach. I like Bach's music. You gotta find what works, and it's really relaxing if you got it in the background and some ambiance. Add to the ambiance. So yeah. But Bianca talked about change. Now everybody knows that I'm in foster parenting courses, right? Taking foster parenting classes. I'm halfway through, and I've been loving the classes, loving the information I'm receiving. I have also just been doing a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of things like that. And yes, change is, to me, it's a little scary, but it's scary in a good way. Okay. Because what I know is I'm getting ready to change somebody's life for the better. So that's a journey that I'm embarking on. That's a journey of a lot of people are embarking on different things, whether it's in your job, career, whatever, So just sharing a little bit about me. Um, it's, it's just so crazy when you get the questions of, well, why are you doing that? You can't have kids? Like, no, I never said I couldn't have kids. What are you talking about? People are so crazy. You can't allow people's judgments to influence you, So yeah, Don't be afraid to for change. Hey, Brittany, what is the next after the courses? After the courses, we do the home study. We do the home study, which, checking to see everything's good. If your home is up to code, y'all know I've been really decluttering a whole lot of stuff. So the home study, we have to be fingerprinted. We have to have the fire department to come. Everybody in the class that makes it to that point have to have the fire department to come and do a fire inspection of your home to make sure it's safe and you have all the things you need and all these. Yeah. So that's what's next. And then once everything is completed, all of that information is sent to the state and we go there from licensing. Once I'm licensed, then they will match me based on what I put in my preferences for a child. So yeah, it's it's a process, but hey, we're getting through it. We're like, I'm halfway through, so I'm more than halfway. I actually go to class tomorrow evening if the Lord's willing. So I'm excited. I've got a lot of things already together. I couldn't believe how much stuff I had to clear out. Yeah. Thank you, Brightony. The process is no joke. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I have been working so hard, y'all. The last month, I've been really getting my home ready for the inspection and all this stuff. Never had that home study before, but for me, I just needed to declutter my home. And let me tell you, you never know how much stuff you have in your house until you start moving things around. Y'all, I had stuff in there. I'm like, I had stuff in there from high school, college. I'm like, what is going on? You know? So I just carefully sorted through everything and I got rid of what I no longer needed. I donated a lot of items too. So my house feels so much lighter. Anybody that has ever cleaned your home like that, done a big spring cleaning or whatever, you ever notice that your house, you feel lighter when you walk in? That's how I feel. Teresa, if you missed it, Empress showed her picture. She's very beautiful. Thank you so much, Teresa. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, I did have a live reading, y'all. There was a few in here, and I did reveal my picture, and then I deleted the live. That was a birthday gift to all those that were there that night. And yeah. Really? 25? I'll take that, Teresa. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you. Woo. Let the church say amen. 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 I'll take that. I will take that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I got bragging rights on the pic too. Wow. I appreciate y'all. I really do. I really do. Yeah, I was nervous. I said, should I do it? Should I not? Should I do it? I said, let me go ahead. Bam. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I was like, the worst they could say is, oh, she's a duck. Yeah, Donovan, you missed the picture. Yeah, Dark Horse Warrior, you missed the picture. Yeah. I had y'all nervous. You were nervous? Why were you nervous? Why were you nervous? Brightony, why were you nervous? Brittany was like eyes popping out. Teresa, why was he nervous? I was the one nervous. Oh man. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna see. I don't know what like what's going on. Oh my god, oh my god. I appreciate that, Donovan. Yeah, Brad, he's in MIA. He's in MIA. I don't know. He's in MIA. I don't know what he's doing. I got a bone to pick with him when he get back in here. I'm gonna talk junk to him. Teresa straight throwing me under the bus. Underneath the tire of the bus. Oh god. Must have a girl. He might. He might be somewhere trying to be a Mac. Trying to be a Mac daddy. Might be. No, people get different when they get what they say, oh, you acting different now. You got somebody. You must got a man now. You must got a woman now. You ain't calling me like you used to. I had one lady, y'all, before I started the class where I'm starting it at. I called another county and I talked to the lady about the foster care. Do y'all know this lady asked me? She said, well, why you want to be in there? Why you want to foster? What, you can't have kids or something? I'm like, first of all, why are you asking me that? Second of all, I can. What is wrong with wanting to help one child out? I don't understand. People are crazy. Hey, Luke, what's going on with you? People are crazy. You can't even do something nice without them thinking the worst. I'm lying. But I don't got a beard, just a baby face. Yeah, Brightney, you're handsome. You're a handsome guy. Yeah, you're handsome. Very distinguished looking. Very distinguished. They want a backstory. Yeah, I wasn't giving her no backstory. I'm like, man, his pictures to say, I can't tell. Yeah, he's had a different picture up there before. Um, I blocked my two ex-wives. Oh, last night and then my most recent ex, man, oh man. Well, dog, Luke, why you just not? Why you got to block them like that? That's 3 blocks. What's going on? What did they do? What did they do? Man. Mm. I don't want that energy always using me. I get you. Well, you had to do what you had to do. I mean, I will never tell anybody to go against how they feel. You know, if you felt like you needed to block them, then that's something you needed to do for you. If it's going to help you retain your mental health and your emotional health, you got to do what you got to do. Seems like she was snooping too much. Yeah. Wow. I mean, underwear. So this morning I woke up to a text from my recent ex-wife. She moved back here to Oklahoma. Wow. What? Man, they are busy, Luke. They need to be asked to human trafficking. Donovan, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, that human trafficking is terrible right now. It's awful. And that's boys and girls. Men and women, they're doing that too. Luke, head games and using me for money and yum yum. And yum yum. What? Wait a minute. Let me process this. Let me hold on now. Wait a minute. Let me process. Luke. So this woman that moved back to Oklahoma and your other exes, they were running head games and using you for money and yum yum. What in the world? She moved back and wanted dinner tonight. I thought as friends maybe that would be cool. So I was cooking her dinner tonight and she never shows. Oh, I will be through with that. Shoot. I will be a plan that's already canceled. I wouldn't speak to that chick no more. No, sis, you playing games. If she didn't have a legit reason, she playing. She playing. Haven't heard from her in over 3 months when she abandoned me and took off, probably pregnant with our child all the way to Wyoming. What? What in the world? Are you talking about what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. We got to go back. We got to go back. Wait a minute now. Let me go back now. Haven't heard from her in over 3 months, and when she abandoned me and took off, probably pregnant with our child all the way to Wyoming. Well, she get around. Where? She get around. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Luke, how this woman moving around like that? I get tired just by moving all this stuff out of my house. It took me a whole month to move everything around in my house. How this woman moving around like that? Getting pregnant and moving to Wyoming? Oh my God. Luke, if you truly have a child by this woman, take care of your child, but you need to be on the watch out. You need to watch out for that. I'm hearing cougar. I don't know. Luke might have a lady after him. I don't know. I want to find out if she took a golf with the child that we were in the process of making through the fertility clinic. I think that's why she left, because she was pregnant plus a bunch of other crap. Ugh. That energy, it feels like it's bouncing around too much for me. It's feel like bouncing around. What y'all call that? You know how you have that? It's a game. It's like a paddle with the ball on a string, and you do it like that on the table. Like, just what I'm thinking about is that's a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. Woo. Her family lives on the rizz up there. She knew I couldn't touch the baby once she got there. So what are the laws though? Can't you petition some like the court or something like that? That's a whew. I don't even smoke. That make me I need a cigarette. I don't even smoke. Paddle ball. Yeah, I just see like that paddle ball just bloop, 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 bloop. My energy is shot just reading all that dude. I'm telling you. That's a lot. She need her butt whooped. Not physically, but for disciplinary, because she doing too much. That's crazy. I don't know, Luke. I would look into. I feel like looking into to see if she's really pregnant could really help you have peace of mind. But what she do with her life, you might need to let her go. Oh my God, that's a lot. That's a lot. Somebody's eating popcorn. I'm talking like the toffee popcorn or Cracker Jacks or something like that. Somebody eating that. All kinds of, come on, addictions, alcoholism, all kinds of cheating, everything like that. Luke, you need to run. You need to run. You need to run. You need to call Shaggy and Scooby. You need to get on the van with them. Telling you. Love don't live there. You better, ooh, I know it hurt your feelings. And I hate that she did you like that. But she probably did you a favor. Because she might be like CeeLo Green. She might be crazy. She might be crazy. She might be gone. I waited a whole year for her to come back for me while I was healing and everything. Here it is 2 years later, and now she wants to pop up. I don't think so. I know it will be a no-go for me. No, 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 no. Because you don't know what she been doing. You don't know who she been dealing with or what she... 2 years, that's a long time. That's a long time. Seems like she play a lot of games. Too many games. She play too many games. I've looked into it. Okay. She brightly said, "What is her name? What is her name? What is her name?" Oh my God. No, 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 no. I'll be scared of her. Sheesh. I will be terrified of that one. Cause she is all the way live. Mm-mm. Using you for yum yum and money and what in the world? Mm, I don't know. Mm. She making other women look bad. She making other women look bad. That's crazy. Not to make me try to connect. Not to make me try to suicide 2 times that night. What? She loved everything that I was told about my heart. And then this next one I get with, I waited a whole year, but I was ready. She's done the same. You may need to go on a healing journey, Luke. You may need to heal, process what is it about this type of woman or women that you like. It must be something that's probably connected to your past that you keep attracting that same energy. You know, if you go on a healing journey, you will figure it out. That's tough. Man, I stayed faithful still. I've been faithful and not slept with anybody. I will not until my divorce is finalized. That's just how I am. Well, you do you. You always do you. Hey, King, always do you. Do what's morally right for you. But as far as attracting the same energy, I feel like whatever is attracting you to those type of women is something maybe tied to your past that you got to tap into. Hey, Bryson, sounds like Luke needs to sit down and do some coloring with me. Ha ha ha. Because sounds like we have dated the same toxic females. And it's true. You know, it's true. There's toxic women and toxic men out there, y'all. Unfortunately, what's the crazy ones have to do with the best? What? Wait a minute. What the crazy ones have to have? Why? Oh, you saying why the crazy ones have to have the best? I don't know. The best is that kitty cat? Hey, Chloe. 22 and I'm 42. That's why I heard cougar. As soon as you started, you remember I said earlier, I said cougar. So you a sugar daddy? I heard cougar. I said, I don't know. As soon as before you even started telling your story, if y'all go back, y'all heard me say something about cougar. I felt like somebody was older in that situation. I did, right, Anthony? Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. I know I said cougar because I felt like somebody was way older. Her family up on the road did some type of curse and logic, something because I was just fine. And now I have two tumors on my route to mass on my thyroid and coughing up blood. What? I'm sorry to hear about your health. I'm sorry to hear about your health. But unfortunately, y'all are on two different wavelengths. If she's 22 and you're 42, that's a big jump. That's a big jump. That's 20 years, you know? And that's not saying you're old, or I'm not saying anything like that, but it's just a major difference in age. But sometimes women are more mature and they usually can, sometimes women can kind of get with an older man, but it depends on where she is though. Well, I'm trans man and makes transmission bad. I feel like, but I'm not interested in men or women at this point. I give up. Oh, okay. Well, you gotta do you. You gotta do you. But it seems like you need maybe a some healing and spiritual cleanse. Yeah, that's a big 20 years. You probably at you 42, she 22. You probably have forgotten more than she'll ever know. Y'all ever heard somebody say that? You probably have forgotten more than she'll ever know. You know, jeez. Yeah, I say you got to pray on that one. Mm. And you got to identify why you attract that kind of energy. That's true, Donovan. We got to figure out why when we keep getting the same kind of energy with a different face, we got to figure out why we keep attracting it, you know? So that's going to take some shadow work. Younger females wilding these days. Yeah, they bouncing all over everywhere. Have some older ones too. Some older ones too. You know. Yeah, they still out there. Bright City, that's true. And say Luke Lee, it's beautiful, intelligent woman is all I know until 3 month rolls around and Cujo shows up. Not Cujo. Oh my gosh. Us old gals can be pretty wild. Teresa said it can be wild. Yeah, it's all about what you like, y'all. It's all about what you like. You got to be careful dealing with, I'm going to say women and men too. You got men that's out here just would do anything. They will be with anybody. And you got women out here that spread eagle for anybody. I don't, we got to value ourselves. We got men out here that are just dipping, dabbing anything. And we got women out here just spreading eagle. No. Where is the self-respect? You know? I don't know where it's going. I got to bring it back. I got to bring this convo back. Oh boy. Well, Luke, we are going to keep you in prayer and just hope that things continue to turn around for you. I'm sure she thought you were a sugar daddy. And she was trying to keep you hooked in an intimate way to keep the money going. I'm experiencing my wild side settle down when I got sober. So this, yeah, I can understand, Teresa. Yeah. Yep. I guess we all could have a wild side, you know. We all either you had one or you still got one. Either you had one or you still got one. Or you let that side come out when you with the right person. We're all one and the same. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, Brittany. Thanks for asking. I'm doing pretty good. That's right, Teresa. I kept trying to tell her, but she the one that kept pushing marriage. She was just supposed to be a roommate. She got kicked out of her mom's house. My daughter is older than her. Ew. Oh wow. Who else deactive? Who else are deactivated? Donovan, what are you talking about? Deactivated? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, yeah. Teresa got a long time. Yeah, you gotta live life, y'all. Everybody wants love. Everybody wants to have. Well, some people don't want to be in a relationship, and that's fine. But for those of you, that want to be in a relationship, want to have somebody good in your life, don't settle. Do not settle. Don't settle. Don't settle. You don't have to settle. You do not have to settle. There's somebody that's gonna accept you just the way you are. And I mean, I know y'all probably heard that ever since y'all were kids, but it's true. I don't think is anyone else buffering. There's someone for everyone. It doesn't matter if you skinny, if you chubby, if you black, if you white or any other race, female, male, trans, whatever. There's somebody for everyone. God put us together for a reason. That's true. Donovan, I don't know what you're talking about, but God put us together in this live for a reason, and hopefully everybody's on the right page. At my age, being intimate is a different level than when I was in my 20s. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times as we get older, we want things to, you get to that place in life where you want, when you do that with somebody, you want it to mean something. That's men and women, you know? You want it to mean something. It's buffering. It may be the weather here. Mine's still good. Anybody else buffering? Let me see. What about now? Anybody else buffering? Okay. Okay, cool. No, it's fine. Okay, cool, Chloe. Thank you. Yeah. Special. When I give myself, it's not about satisfying an urge, it's about complete unconditional love. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Teresa. You know, when you're in your 20s and I say teens, 20s, probably part of your 30s, you just kind of out there. You know, you just kind of, you like to just scratch the itch. If you know what I'm saying, you do stuff. But you start getting a little older and you like, wait a minute. Especially when you have that self-love and you know that you're somebody that's worthy of respect and, you know, love and all that. You don't want to just lay down with anybody. You like, wait a minute, that what I got over here is good. It's good. I ain't out here just out here without anybody. So if you get access to me, you got to be somebody special. So you get to that place. You get to that place. Take us a little while, but you get there. You know, and we all should get there because when we give our energy away, y'all, maybe a lot of you, I didn't really know that you didn't really pay attention to that you give your energy out when you're with somebody, but you do. So you keep giving your energy away and keep receiving all this different energy from people. Man, you'll be so depleted. You'll be tired. You'll be looking older than what you are and all that. You know what I'm saying? Hmm. So, gotta hold yourself sacred. Yeah. All I know is that I got all these females around me right now, and I feel like could smell it low key. Smell what? Wait a minute. All I know is that I got all these females around me right now, and I feel like they could smell it low key. Smell what, Brighty? What are you talking about? Brighty said they sniffing him out. What do they smell? That I haven't been doing that. Oh yeah, that's true. I believe it. I believe that. Teresa, you should be able to grow old together through anything life throws at you as a couple. That's true, Teresa. Yeah. Because guess what? You should be coming together and things are supposed to change as you get older, as you become wiser and all these things. And I know with me, I want a life partner, somebody I can do life with. Bump all the games and all this kind of stuff. What is that? I can't build nothing with somebody playing games. So I just wait and wait for the right person for me. Life isn't easy and it can get boring at times. It can get boring. It can. It can. You're human. We all want interaction. We were not put on this earth to just not interact, to not be loved, to not love somebody. So, yeah, of course. But we don't want to just settle. Because when we settle, you know what I'm saying? You have somebody sitting up in your house or your apartment that you don't want there. You like, what in the world? How'd you get here? Soaking up all the cool air. Yep, soaking up all the cool air. I'm waiting for the right one, but the one to come out. That's normal though, Brightony. That's normal. We all have those times. You have the urges and all these things, but we gotta push through those times too, unless you want to give yourself freely to somebody else, and we have free will, but we have to know what consequence comes with that. You know, we got to know the consequence that comes with some of these females want me. You know, we got to know the consequence that comes with just fulfilling that urge. Oh gosh, Lord, some of these females want me to take over the child support payments. What? Wait a minute. Rewind. Child support payments. What? My parents were married 50 years before my mom passed. Wow. They basically grew up together, survived long separations because my dad was military. Wow, Teresa. Yeah. Oh my. That's a long time. Bryson, you definitely need to run. They want you to pay child support payments. Well, what is the child's father gonna do? I'm confused. Wow. People out here doing that? Yeah, much respect to your father. They met at a USO dance, saw each other's three more times, and got married. Wow. Up to my mom's death, you could still see the love. I bet so. I bet so, Teresa. Brittany said, I messed around with a girl that had a kid. He started calling me dad. Ooh, and recently she hit me up. She was the one that sent me the dirty pics. Oh my gosh. So she's probably looking for a relationship and, the whole family thing. Yeah. Did she say she wanted money though to take care of the child? Or you just felt like that? She needs a daddy for the child. That's the vibe I got, but I could be wrong. I know it's like with me, when I start my fostering to adopt, and if I date, you know what I mean? I'm not looking for anybody to fill in as a dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for that person to see where it goes. Now you gotta respect that child, and that child gonna respect you. But you know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. But everybody's different. Oh yeah, Brighton, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with it. Yeah, gotta watch yourself. That's the type of person that could try to get pregnant by you to get the benefits. Kind of goes, I want what your parents had. That's right. Exactly. Yeah. You gotta watch that stuff, you know? And you'll be able to tell. Cause I know like with me, being a foster parent when it's time, like, um, that guy will not be able to think, if he can assume all he won't, but he will not be able to tell that I want him to be the child's dad. You know what I'm saying? That's not, that child has a dad. May have, lost their rights or whatever like that, but they have a father. So my thing is, now if we're together a long time and we come together, of course, and we get married, until we get married, that the guy in my life should be like a friend to that child, right? When we get married, that's a whole different ball game. Still don't expect him to be the dad, but you are a father figure. And not because you make the money and I want your money. It's just that if you with me and we get to that point, we get serious and all this, yeah, you are a father figure. Not asking you to be the dad, but you're a father figure. So when you are with somebody, you taking all of them on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think that's where women get it twisted when they get with a guy that's got a good job or whatever like that. And I get where the woman's coming from, but you can't expect that man to come into, sorry about that, y'all. You can't expect that man to come into your life and just have a ready-made family and support you and this child that's not his. You know what I'm saying? If he come in and he's that kind of man and he's ready, cool. There are men like that. There are men like that. But when I feel like when a man feels pressure to do that, I just don't. And there are men that think women should come in and be a mom to their children too. But it's more prevalent and more known for the women to do that sometimes. But I don't feel like it's fair to the new guy coming in, because he's just like, he's trying to get to know you. He's trying to see if this is going to work. But yeah, if he does stay with that woman an extended amount of time, of course he's going to be stepping into the role of being a father figure. If she isn't healed from the relationship that brought that child into this life, yeah, she will not be happy. Never be happy. Never meet the child unless you plan on staying. Children get attached, and they do. And they do. Yep. Yep. They do. They do get hurt. Facts. But she walked away from me, like, because I didn't like that she was trying to rush everything. Well, you know what, Brittany? She walked away because she couldn't control the narrative. And she should never be able to control you. You always want to be with someone that's going to allow you to be you. And your no is no and your yes is yes. If you say no, that person may not like it, but they should respect it. If you say yes, they may not like it, but they need to respect it. And that's where people get it twisted. Some people think, oh, we together, you're supposed to do what I want you to do. No, I'm human. I got a right to say no. I got a right to say not right now. I need time. And if that person cannot wait on you, then that may not be the person for you within reason. And I don't see there was anything wrong with you saying, hey, I don't want to rush. I don't see anything wrong with it, because that's a big responsibility, and you gotta feel good within yourself. Probably if she hadn't been rushing you and just would have been more chill, who knows? You would have started, after a while, you probably would have started feeling like, you would have started feeling different about her and the child. But when somebody coming in pressuring you like that, it can just turn you away from it all. Give me one moment, y'all. All right. Choose to be in a relationship with someone who has kids. Choose wisely. That's right, Chloe. That's right. Now, I will share an experience. I was dating a guy that had a child. He had two. He had a son that was 20, and he had a daughter that was four, that had just turned 14. And the thing about him, I was okay with the fact that he was a single dad. Both of the children were still in, their mom was still in their life. They had two different moms. And I was okay with that. But the one thing that really threw me off with him is that he kept telling me over and over again that my children become before anybody. I'm not putting anybody in front of my kids. I never asked for that, never put him in a position to feel like he needed to do that. He was creating a situation that was too much for me. That made me feel pressured. That made me feel and like he felt that I was inadequate or something. It did not make me feel good at all because I'm thinking quite naturally, if we are talking and we are getting to know each other and you have children, quite naturally, I know that your children come first. Why do you feel like you need to tell me that? So, and I never mind the person having a child or children as long as there's no blurred lines between that person and the mother. Now, if it's something that seems fishy to me with the relationship between that guy that I'm talking to and the mother, then that's something that I need to evaluate and may need to step away from. But if I feel like there is a clear, concise situation there, there's absolutely nothing going on between the two of them. She's moved on, he's moved on, and we're working on everything. I can deal with it. But like the situation I was in where this guy just kept right on telling me, that was annoying to me. But then again, he would say, I would like for you to get to know my kids. I feel like you would be a good role model for them and da da da. And I'm like, okay, cool. I said I would never try to be their mom. I would never try to step into even a stepmom's place. If anything, let's get to know each other. Let's just be friends. Let's be cool. You know, they can always just, call me miss, whatever like that, or whatever. Show respect, but they don't ever have to call me mom or mom number two or mama or nothing if we were to get to that point. My goal is to be their friend, just for them to know for now that I got their back. And if we turn into something more serious, guess what? I'm still not gonna pressure anything. Still not gonna pressure anything. And that was the whole thing with me. And I was okay. I was okay with him having kids. I'm like, but it's that constant thing that some parents do where they want to tell you that their child is number one and nobody's gonna come in between my. I mean, and I didn't even ask for that kind of energy. I didn't ask him for that energy. It was understood, and I told him. I said, you don't have to tell me that. That's understood. I wouldn't expect anything less. In fact, I would look at you funny if you didn't put your kids first. That would make me see a lot about you. So, you do have to have somebody that you're yoked with. I don't know. He kept on saying it for what? I have no idea, Brighton. We could just be having a good time and talking and stuff. And then all of a sudden he would say, um, something about his child, like, well, my kids come before anybody. My kids come before anything. I'm like, what in the world? What are you talking about? It was just it was just weird. I'm like, why in the world? Why do you keep saying this? I was just I felt like it was a slap in the face. And I told him that. I said, it feels like a slap in the face. Like you don't think I understand or something. The man needs to have boundaries because how can he grow a relationship? I'll stay in my lane. Yeah, that's right, Chloe. Yeah. He been dealing with the yeah, I guess so, Donovan. I guess so, but he met a real one and I just told him, I said, I don't know what you've been through before. I don't know where you coming from, but I never expect you to put me before your children. He had one daughter, Chloe. Yeah. Brightony, he was involved with his kids. He was involved with his kids, his son and his daughter. The only thing that I didn't like about him is when he took I shared this multiple times with y'all, but I'm gonna share it one more time. Only thing I didn't like with him is that one weekend where he took both of them out to eat on he took the daughter out one day and took the son out one day. But he called me on both days and he told me where he was. And I said, okay, cool. I said, enjoy your time. But then he asked me, he says, well, I'm at this restaurant. Would you like something? On two different occasions, y'all. The first time I let it slide, but that second time it was crazy to me because on both situations, he asked me, would you like something from this restaurant? I can bring it through after I spend time with them. I said, no. I said, you spend time with your kids. You don't have to bring me anything. He's like, no, I insist. I tell you what I'll do. I'll bring you whatever I'm having. And I said, okay, cool. And he reading over the menu and all of that. And so he was with his daughter. He said he was going to bring it. He never showed up. The next day, he called me just like he had never, he called me like he had never made any plans or anything, right? So then he was out with his son and he says, hey, I'm at this restaurant, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, you didn't come through yesterday. So, just don't worry about it. No, I insist. So then he says, I'm going to get you what I have. He said, what is good here? And I told him whatever. And then he said, okay, okay. So then he did it again. He says, I'm going to bring you. That's when he took his daughter out on a Saturday and took his son out on a Sunday. And then he did it again the second time. The second time he called me that day and asked me would I like lunch from that place where he took his son. And he never showed up. And y'all, and keep in mind, this man had already been telling me that his kids come first, this and this and that. And I understood that. I understood the assignment. But why did you have to play such a dirty game? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did. Brightony, I did, and he didn't answer. And when I did finally talk to him, he acted just like nothing had happened. He acted just like he hadn't promised me anything. He acted just like he wasn't supposed to come by or nothing. Y'all, it wasn't even about the food. It was the principle. I was so disappointed. Because I was like, what in the world is this? Like, twice? It's hard because my son's father and my daughter's father abandoned them. Oh, man. Sorry, Teresa. Yeah, Brightony. I had never been through anything like that. I mean, y'all, I was so disappointed. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I think I did a live that night. I was just so disappointed because I was so disappointed because I had never experienced anything like that. And I'm thinking, well, what in the world? You know how we do. What did I do? And then you start really processing it. You like, wait a minute. There's nothing I could have done that would have made this man call me up twice and lie and never show up. He never showed. Didn't give an explanation or nothing. So the next day, He didn't call or anything. So I text him and I said, hey, I said, I just want to let you know that I know that you're not feeling me. I said, and I can tell by the mind games. I can tell by the empty promises, and I'm not mad, but I just want you to be blessed and stay well. And that was it. That was it. Yeah, that was it. And I dropped the mic on him because I'm sitting there like, wow, you just like scum. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he got out of it, but I hope it was worth it. 9 times out of 10, it wasn't. But you know how it go. You know how it go. Bunch of cowards. Yeah, I couldn't understand it. I could not. I've let it go since, but at the time, I couldn't wrap my head around it. I could not wrap my head around it. And I processed it and I said, that's just the type of person he is. He's the type of person that play games with people, not knowing you going to get that stuff back. But that's on him. He got to deal with God with that. I'm not trying to pay him back. I'm not trying to be mean to him, trying to make him suffer, nothing like that. He got to deal with God with that. And he missed out on a great person, being crazy. I never wanted him to have to spend money on me. I'm not hurting like that because I can get my own food. But yeah, Bryson, I can buy my own food, but it was the principle. You asked me twice. You asked me twice. And I took out time out of my day to get ready. I'm thinking you really gonna come through and you never show and you weren't even decent enough to call. I was so through with him. You could have stuck a fork in me because I was done. I was done with him. I had lost everything for him. Attraction, everything. Yeah, it is. And I don't even know why. I would love to know why somebody would play a game like that. I don't get it. Why would you play a game like that with a good person? Brightony, I wonder that too. Yeah, little gifts. Crazy. So yeah. Game ain't got a lot of kick. Yeah, I mean, y'all, I couldn't understand it. Yeah, exactly, Teresa. I couldn't understand. I'm like, what in the world? I couldn't understand it. I could not. I couldn't understand it. I remember I told my brother about it. My brother said, "Oh, he didn't know what to say because he figured out you want no food." He figured out he couldn't. He figured out he couldn't run that game on you like that, so he couldn't. He didn't say nothing. I'm like, but 2 times you gonna lie 2 times? You gonna lie twice and don't show up? Wow. I was just so done with him. I was so done with him. I didn't want to hear nothing else. Even if he would have tried to contact me out, I didn't want to hear. What could you possibly say after doing that? Just want to get what he wants, then yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Bryson, and he surely did. When he called me that second day after he told me he was gonna come by and never showed up, he acted just like he hadn't done anything. And the whole time he knew. He knew it was wrong. He knew. I could feel that he knew it was wrong. But the type of person that he is, immature. I don't know what he thought I was gonna do. I honestly think he maybe thought I was gonna keep running him or keep calling him or questioning him or something. Nah, bruh, I'll let you go. You want to be free? I ain't. Wow. Yeah. Wow, Brittany. Wow. Yeah. So you don't have to put up with stuff like that, y'all. I'm sure, Teresa, he wanted you to chase him. I'm sure. He wanted me to be like this. He wanted me to call him. He wanted me to show up at his house, show up at his job, do all that stuff that low vibrational people do. But he won't worth all that. He won't worth all that. I bet you when he got that text though, when I said, "Hey, I already know you're not feeling me like that because of your actions and your empty promises." I bet you when he got that text, I bet his heart dropped. I know he read that. I'm telling you, he read that phone and was like, "Oh, snap." Cause I would have been like, "Oh, snap." If somebody text me and called me out like that, it would have hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, "Oh, snap." You know, I just played these games and I lost out on a person and they pretty much told me they pretty much told me why they're not gonna speak to me anymore. And what can you really say? What can you really say when somebody call you out? Like I know you're not really feeling me like that because of the games you playing and the empty promises. Stay blessed and safe. Stay well. That's what I told him. Stay well. Both my kids met their fathers when they were ready. They saw them for what they are. Yeah. Never said a bad word about them. That's right, Teresa. Yeah. 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 I really think that guy was trying to provoke me. I think he was trying to make me react in a crazy way. That's what I think. Games, I was in the store. I saw a single rose and chocolate. I was like, okay. I already had told him I like both. What he wanted me to say. Yeah. Wow. Isn't that crazy, Chloe? That's crazy. Mm-hmm. And some people spend months dealing with people playing games like that. Or years, Not me. When I figured it out after he did what he did that weekend, I was through. Yeah, brightening. I think that's what he's used to. Being able to move like that and women be calling and keep writing. Well, why didn't you come by? I thought you were gonna come by. Why didn't you could at least call and then they get mad and then he pop up and try to act like he's all good and then the next thing you know he back doing the same stupid mess. Girl, I said, yeah, Teresa. I said peace. I gave him the two fingers to the left and I cut him short. I'm not. I deleted, blocked, and all that stuff. I wasn't gonna play with him because the lying and all that stuff, he didn't have to do all that. He could have just spent time with his children, made that weekend about his children, and let it go. And then we talk during the week, and then we hang out another time. If he wasn't gonna be with his kids the next weekend, we just see each other the next time. That's what you do as an adult. You don't have to play the games. That's all he had to do. This weekend is about my kids. I'm good with it. Okay. Handle your business. Take care of your kids. Whenever we can see each other, let me know. Let me know. Tell me a day that's good for you, and I'll see if that day is good for me. And we go from there. But he wasn't ready for a real situation. He's used to toxicity and somebody chasing him. and all this stuff, and I wasn't gonna do it. So I still wish him well. Um, no bad blood or harsh feelings. None of that. But when it's time to go from a situation, it's just time to go. Thank you, y'all, for coming in tonight. I'm going to go ahead and close up shop and go to bed. All right. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will definitely catch up later. All right. Take care of yourself. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the chat. All right. Have a great one, everybody. Remember, you're worth it always. Take care of yourself. If you're watching this after the stream, feel free to use the comment section to share your experience, to share something that maybe you're going through or something you've learned from, you know. Feel free to use that comment section. We do read the comments, y'all. Take care of yourself, love and light, and definitely see y'all tomorrow. Always a pleasure with all of you. Take care. Bye, y'all.